Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. Tonight we're looking at another seltzer pack and it's from Bud Light. Yes, I know these guys are putting out more and more varieties than anybody else, so in order to cover them all we gotta go with Bud Light, and we're still doing hard seltzers because again, it's what people want to see. They want to know about them. I'm not a fan of seltzers, and I'm not a fan of Bud Light in general, much less Anheuser-Busch on a larger scale. But like I said, this is what people want to see, so this is what we're doing. This is the Cocktail Hour variety pack. Now when I saw a Cocktail Hour, I was expecting flavors like Long Island iced tea and Mojito, but what we got was watermelon. Watermelon Mojito. Okay, great. Lime Margarita. Tropical Punch and Strawberry Daquiri. Okay, I got a little bit ahead of myself there. Although I'm pretty sure Watermelon Mojito isn't an actual thing at most places. A Mojito does not contain watermelon. Lime Margarita, I'll give you a pass on that because most margaritas have some lime in them, but it's not like the main draw. Tropical Punch is just fucking completely ambiguous, so whatever. And Strawberry Daquiri. I'll give you the Strawberry Daquiri. Alright, I went off before I was entitled to because, let's say 3 out of 4 are kind of cocktail related. Alright, enough about that. Watermelon Mojito. 5% ABV, 0 sugar. I'm still not convinced that watermelon is a typical mojito flavor, but I'll have to look that up afterwards. Contains alcohol, 21 plus. I mean, like, Bud Light wasn't your fucking first clue. I guess I'm not as surprised as I should be by how much effort they have to put into saying, hey, don't let your kids drink this. Alright, contains alcohol. Oh, again, we're mentioning alcohol. Natural flavors, 100 calories, 0 gram sugars, 2 grams carbs, gluten-free. Like I said, 5% ABV. Now, here's the one thing I will give you on the frickin' seltzers. I mean, most of them try to keep it to 100 calories per 12-ounce can, which is better than most beers. 0 added sugar. It specifically says it's not a low-calorie food, though. It's not a food at all. It's a drink. But anyway, 5% ABV. So these are the things that I will say are pluses when it comes to seltzers. They don't have a ton of calories in them. They don't have added fats, added sugars, added carbs. Total sugar is 0 grams, including 0 grams added sugars. Awesome. So, and they're usually a pretty standard 5%, sometimes 5.5% ABV. So in terms of health-conscious decisions, seltzers are a better option than some other things out there. Yes, I'm going to give them that. Now, it's quite effervescent. Didn't take too much effort. Now, this bubbliness is going to fade. It's very difficult to put a head on a seltzer, but you do usually get a lot of bubbles coming up afterwards. Now, I'm going to take a look here at the ingredients because typically when you have any sort of color in these, it's an artificial coloring. Water, cold fermented cane sugar, normal things. Natural flavors, citric acid, sodium citrate, key lime extract, sucralose, FD&C, red number 40. There it is, malted rice. So that red number 40, they did put an artificial coloring in there. Now, artificial colorings, it says no added sugars, but sometimes the colorings do have, so they kind of get around that. But, oh, that is a very pretty pink color. Nice and light, somewhat effervescent. Lots of bubbles coming up there. But it's got a nice light pink color. I gotta admit, I don't think the color is adding anything to it other than, letting you know that it's a watermelon mojito. But I don't know if it would detract anything from it to just have left it as a clear seltzer. Definitely smelling watermelon. Something else I can't quite put my finger on. odd, almost rubbery aroma. It's all watermelon with a hint of a weird, almost sour tang to it, and then that general seltzer bitterness. Typically, seltzers have an odd bitterness to them that I always pick up on, and it's there, but it's not like slapping me in the face. About the same as any other seltzer. Not bad. Excuse me. I mean, it's not going to be my go-to. None of these seltzers are, but easy to drink. I'm not going to turn it down. Honestly, I'm going to give this one a 3.5 out of 5. The seltzers don't tend to do well with me. Like I said, there's that general seltzer bitterness that always kind of ruins the experience for me. But this one's getting, on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2.5 is average. And that's kind of where the seltzers fall for me. They either fall at around a 2.5 or a 3. The reason this one's getting bumped up to a 3.5, a somewhat above average rating, is that weird, distasteful seltzer bitterness that I don't like isn't there as much as it normally is. There is this still odd chemical tang with a hint of rubberiness in the finish that I was getting in the aroma, but it's not detracting enough from the overall experience to drag it down. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 for the watermelon mojito. I know I keep trying to pronounce it weird because mojito. There's some fucking character who does the mojito thing. Is it Jerry from Rick and Morty? Mojito. Anyway, apparently I'm stuck in that loop, so please forgive me. We're going to move on to, I think we'll do the Strawberry Daquiri next and see how that flushes out. All right, Strawberry Daquiri is next. Also 100 calories, 5% ABV, and water, cold fermented cane sugar, natural flavors, sodium citrate, citric acid, key lime extract, sucralose, FD&C, red number 40, and malted rice. Same ingredients. Now the natural flavors, that must be the difference. They put some strawberry in here instead of watermelon. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. So, oh my god, there's maybe a little bit more of the red coloring in there, but not by much. It's about the same color. Where are they getting the natural flavors if it contains no juice? What is the natural flavor and what constitutes a natural flavor? That's a little less effervescent than the watermelon mojito. I know I'm still stuck on that friggin' pronunciation, trying to be fancy and shit. A little less effervescent, but it also, I think it's slightly more pink. Not by much. I have to put them side by side to be sure, but... Bit of a distinct berry aroma. I'm not getting that weird chemical tang that I was with the last one. Goes without saying, these both have a nice light mouthfeel. They're basically just water with alcohol and carbonation and some sugars. Up front, this one's got that seltzer bitterness that I'm used to being off-putting. And then it hits you with some strawberry. And then in the finish, there's this weird, that same seltzer bitterness, especially in the burps. Yeah, it's basically just a cool strawberry flavored water. Hint of strawberry. That weird chemical tang is kind of there. Very much an undertone, but it's really pronounced in the burps. Yes, I stifle the burps when I can, and I burp into my own mouth. You're hearing much of it. No need to go into detail on that. But the strawberry flavor isn't covering up the hint of seltzer bitterness as well as it did as well as the watermelon one did its seltzer bitterness. So this one's sitting at 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Slightly above average. Not quite as impressive as the watermelon mojito, but not awful either. Easier to drink than some other seltzers out there, so just notching itself just above average. All right, I'm going to finish this one up, and then we're going to move on to the tropical punch. Now, I might be making a mistake here with the tropical punch. The reason the lime margarita is going last is because lime is a citrus. Pardon. See, that one I wasn't able to stifle. Lime and other citrus flavors tend to be a little more overwhelming than like watermelon or berry or some of the more mild fruit flavors. Hiccups are trying to break through here. The reason I say the tropical punch might be a mistake is because I don't know what flavors are supposed to be in the tropical punch. If it's things like mango and pineapple, typical tropical fruits, they're not going to be as overwhelming to your taste buds as a citrus flavor is. So it would definitely belong before the citrus. But the fact that tropical is kind of a broad definition means there could be something bitter in there that's more overwhelming than a citrus. So I don't know what to expect. But I'm hoping that tropical belongs before lime. Anyway, it's just my line of reasoning on that. Tropical punch is next. All right, tropical punch. Same thing, 5% ABV, 0 sugar, 100 calories. It's got a little picture of what looks like a lime, an orange, because it's orange colored on the edge of the glass there in the picture, but I think that's the same picture that they've had on all of these. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Welcome to the Department of Redundancy Department, I guess. Naturally flavored. I think that's enough. With other natural flavors. So what are you telling me? There's 2 different natural flavorings? Anyway, I don't know what I'm getting at there. Does not contain distilled spirits. I'm pretty sure they all said that. Water or cold fermented cane sugar, natural flavors, citric acid, sodium citrate, FD&C, yellow number 6, sucralose malted rice. So a yellow dye. Folks, I don't think any of these dyes are like an issue. I know blue was a problem back in the day, and I think red might have had some minor controversy. Didn't they get rid of the red M&Ms for a while? I don't know. I know people got all up in arms when they found out that a lot of red colorations are made from carmine, which is like crushed insect shells. But anyway, honestly, I'm not too worried about it, but I think you could have done these just as well without the artificial colorings added. And this doesn't add much to it. And it does not give me much more visual appeal. I would drink this if it was clear versus this slightly piss yellow color. I don't even know if that's piss yellow. That's like an overly hydrated dude taking a leak. But anyway, slightly effervescent. None of these have been as effervescent as the first one so far. Well, we're only 3 deep out of 4, so I guess that's not much of a comparison. But anyway, yeah, slightly yellow, yellowish orange, mango colored, I guess. I don't know. And it smells of mango. Now, they say natural flavor, but I'll be honest with you, natural mango doesn't have much flavor, so I'm not a big fan of artificial mango flavor. So the fact that I'm smelling mango, and I know it says natural flavor, so this should not be a artificial mango flavor. Just I'm on the defense already, so take that into account when I rate this. Mango, maybe a hint of pineapple, I don't know. The fact that they don't tell me what tropical fruit flavor is in this is bothering me. I'm going to check the can again. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. I'm not going to go off on that tangent again. Gluten-free, 2 gram carbs, 0 gram sugar, calories, natural flavors, contains alcohol, blah, 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 blah. I read the ingredients list before. Yeah, there's no, other than this little picture of a cocktail glass with what looks like an orange slice, only because it's orange in color. Yeah, same fucking graphic on all of these, so you can't take that for anything. But there's no indication what tropical punch is supposed to taste like in terms of a specific fruit. I'm smelling and tasting mango, which I'm not a fan of. Apparently, even when it's natural flavors. Pardon. Whatever natural bitterness is in natural mango flavor tastes the same as artificial mango flavor in this particular beverage, especially when combined with the bitterness of seltzer. I'm maybe getting a hint of orange, a slightly sweet citrus flavor. But it's not significant enough that I can't tell myself that it might just be from the suggestion given by seeing what appears to be an orange slice in the graphic on the can, but based on the fact that the same graphic in different colors appears on all 4 cans, means it could be a, whatever. Could be anything. Because I've, watermelon Mojito has the same graphic, and I've never seen a fucking watermelon that looks like a citrus fruit except red. Same thing goes for Strawberry Daquiri. I've never seen a citrus fruit with a red color to it. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Well, okay, that's watermelon-y. Never mind, the graphic is slightly different, and that's a strawberry. Shit. I just disproved my entire point about that. Anyway. An orange colored label with a slice of citrus fruit on it doesn't mean that any particular citrus fruit is going to be featured. What it really comes back to is the flavor. And I may be getting a suggestion of orange, but it could, again, be based on that mental image. Mostly picking up on mango, which is not doing it for me. Maybe a hint of pineapple in the finish. Sweet yet tart pineapple. Pardon. But the fact that it's just saying tropical punch without telling me what flavors are supposed to be in it means that all of this is based on my impression. So, mango, hint of orange, hint of pineapple. There you go. Not bad. But again, that mango flavor, even though it says it's natural and not artificial. Whew. Pardon. I mean, obviously it's going down smoothly and quickly enough to make me burp up the whole fucking can at once. But that mango flavor with the slight bitterness in the finish to it is combining with the bit of bitterness to the seltzer, and it's not sitting right with me. 2.5. 2.5 out of 5, which makes this an average tasting beverage. Which obviously isn't to say that it's hard to drink. I'm going to finish this up. We're going to move on to the lime margarita. All right, we are finishing up with the lime margarita. Naturally flavored, 100 calories, 5% ABV, zero sugar, not a low-calorie food. Not a food at all. It's a fucking drink. Contains alcohol, 21 plus. Lime margarita, gluten-free, 2 grams of carbs, 0 grams of sugar, 100 calories, natural flavors, contains alcohol. Blah, 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 blah. Same shit we've seen on all of them. Water, cold fermented cane sugar, natural flavors, citric acid, key, lime extract, sodium citrate, sucralose, FD&C yellow number 5, malted rice. Okay, so this also has a yellow number 5, same as the tropical punch. So lime margarita, there should be a hint of lime and a hint of salt in this. Now, see, this is what gets me. No, okay. Maybe it was the way the light was hitting it at first. I was going to say that yellow has a hint of a green tinge to it, but no, that still has a hint of a green tinge to it. Now, when I put it with the light, the LED light shining up through it, and it's definitely a pale yellow, but look up here at the top of the glass. There's definitely a green tinge to that rim. And if I turn the light off, there's definitely a green tinge to that. So I don't know how they're getting the greenish tinge with only using yellow coloring. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way the light's refracting off of it. Or maybe seeing the green in the label is tricking my brain into thinking that this should have a greenish tinge to it, and therefore it does. Look, this shit happens. Take a look at any marketing research paper out there. The power of suggestion is very, very strong, folks. Anyway, it's got a greenish tinge to it. Whether that's real or perceived, or you're picking up on it or not, that's what I'm getting. Definitely lime. But again, there's a weird chemical aroma to it. Mostly lime. There's a hint of saltiness to it, but is that saltiness based on my perception of the fact that this is supposed to be a margarita flavor, or is it real? Sodium, 25 milligrams. Aha! Nope, 25 milligrams here. 40 milligrams here. And 40 here. So this is one of the two that has the lowest amount of sodium, yet I'm getting the impression that there's a saltiness to the flavor. Again, power of suggestion, perhaps? Maybe. Or maybe the sodium in this is just not overpowered by other natural flavors. I don't know. But it does taste like lime and salt. And it's good. Smooth, easy to drink. Like a good margarita. So this one's hitting it with a 3.5 out of 5. So at a 3.5 out of 5, another slightly above average one. I mean, overall, not a bad pack. Just strictly speaking about the lime margarita one, if you're looking for a margarita experience, I'd probably go with the Truly Margarita Mix Pack of hard seltzers. That's in a previous video. That was actually a pretty big hit, honestly, in terms of hard seltzers overall. But for the Bud Light Seltzer Cocktail Hour, I'm not blown away, but as far as seltzers go, it's another solid option. I'll just reiterate what I said at the top of the video. I mean, when you're drinking, there's no such thing as a healthy option, but this is healthier than some alternatives out there. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Hit me up down below in the comments or the email link. Love to hear what you have to say about this Bud Light Seltzer Variety Pack, the Cocktail Hour Pack, or any others that I've done before. Or even the individual components. While you're down there, don't forget to hit me up with a like and a share. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Once you've subscribed, click on the little bell icon so you get a notification every time I post a new video. Until next time, folks, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.